Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I am incandescent with rage, and you know what that means, don't you? It means that trouble's gonna go down. Right, so you've all read the title. I'm talking about Tattle. That's right, Tattle. Tattle life, right? And I can guarantee, yet again, I'm gonna lose people. I'm gonna lose subs because people don't like me calling out people who hate on people, right? Because they think it's a hypocritical thing, or they do it themselves, so they don't like it, right? And this is the thing, right? What I'm about to do is I'm not calling out people who are hating on the Inghams. I don't care if you hate the Inghams. I don't like the Inghams either. Obviously, you know that. I'm also not being hypocritical by what I'm about to say, because this is insanely bad, and it's got to a stage where I can't contain it any longer, and I honestly think that Tattle should be shutting up shop. Honestly, I'm never been the one that says, right, let's get Tattle shut down. They've had all their petitions and everything, right? All the influencers have tried to get Tattle shut down, but I've never been like that, because believe it or not, yes, I do believe in free speech and not to restrict people too much. I know you might be thinking, yeah, but Dougal, you've been like telling us not to say this sort of thing recently, and you know, giving us restrictions and stuff. It's good to have a debate. It's good to have two sides of an argument, and it's good to have a rant every now and again, and I fully support that. What I don't support is hating, and I use this term sparingly, but actually hating on the children of influencers, hating them, not just having a laugh, not just having a bit of banter, not even just inappropriate jokes about how, you know, they're spoiled and stuff like that. This is actual hatred that Tattle are spewing now. I've already mentioned the times where they have called Jace all the names under the sun. They call him spoiled, they don't like him, they call him Jeffrey Dahmer, they call him Damien, they have put up killer memes about him. Every time they do something, it's worse than the last, but this is actually the worst one. Actually, apart from putting up a killer meme about him, that was pretty bad, right? This one says it how it is. This one actually says how much they hate him. Hate. He's 3. He's 3 years old. They actually hate him. And I'm almost lost for words. Fortunately, I have some words. This is the post in question. I'm not sure if it's still up. I will check before I put this video up. And this person is, I'm not blurring out names because they don't deserve it to be blurred out. Hello, creepy. I mean, it's anonymous anyway, isn't it? Right. And this one says, can you spot the Ingham? And they put up like a picture of the Kelly family. Anyway, it says, can you spot the Ingham? Disclaimer. Now this is the important part. Disclaimer. I'm not making fun of boys with long hair. I'm making fun of Jace with long hair. That is singling him out and saying, yep, I am taking the piss out of this 3-year-old boy with long hair. And that is not okay. That is far, far from okay. And then what they went and did, having put that just to make it known that not making fun of general boys with long hair. No, making fun of Jace with long hair. How is that any better? How is that better? That is a million times worse. So what was the point in that? Absolutely none whatsoever. And they put up this picture of the Kelly family, and it's like a weird picture with all the people with long hair and stuff. And they have actually They have actually photoshopped Jace's face onto one of the people. They've photoshopped a 3-year-old child onto a picture of people with long hair. That is sick and sad and just disgusting. I'm incensed, and I cannot believe that nothing's been done about this. Tattle claim that they will remove hate, and I'll read that to you now because I have that here. Now, this is a snippet of their terms and conditions. No hateful or abusive messages. Messages that are hateful, abusive, or threatening are strictly against the rules. I would say that these are pretty hateful and abusive and even threatening to a degree. I just think that no matter which way you spin it, it's pretty darn hateful. And then, even to be more succinct about it, mean comments about children are not acceptable on Tattle. Mean comments, this is not even mean comments, this is actual pure hatred, hating a child. And in other posts, they actually say they hate Jace. They don't just dislike him or think he's a brat or think he's a bit out of control or Sarah has brought him up badly. No, they hate him. Literally hate him. And I can't get my head around this at all. And yet Tattle think it's okay. They reckon it's not okay, but they still allow it. They do not remove these comments at all. Like I said, I don't know if this particular one's gone or not, but the ones previously where they're calling him like a killer and things like that, they're still there. So I don't see how they're saying that they will remove these comments or that they don't approve of them or anything. It's ridiculous. Just as an aside, I'm not really interested in whether or not they're trolling people or whatnot, but I would just like to point out that one of their terms and conditions is keep it on Tattle and no trolling. Trolling is contacting someone in their feed in order to upset them. Keep all messages on Tattle. Any poster bragging about sending unpleasant messages to an influencer or their followers will be banned. This is trolling and would discredit the whole site and its posters if we allowed it. But they do allow it. So there is just no law and order on this website. It's ridiculous. But back to the main topic, and that is the hatred of children, which is, in my opinion, is not acceptable. And it should, I mean, that person is a well-known member. The Hello Creepy member is a well-known member, and they won't ban him for hating kids. No, hating kids is acceptable according to what's happening on this site at the moment. Now, I know what some of you are going to say. You're going to say, "Oh, but Dougal, you've allowed hating in the past. You've hated on the kids in the past, and you've done this and that in the past, and you do this and that yourself right now." But not once has anyone actually said, "I actually hate any child, and I've done this, and you know, look what I've done, and we're going to call them every name under the sun." No, personally, if that kind of thing had shown up on my account, on my channel, I would have banned that person, because that would never have been acceptable at any point during the tenure of my channel. So now let's take a little delve into Tattle, because who are Tattle? You know, they have this platform and they have like 10,000 members or something, right? They're a huge website, and they think they are above reproach, because they're quite anonymous, actually, to be honest, and that might scare you a little bit if you thought too much into it. TATTLE was formed on the 13th of July of 2018 when a disgruntled bunch of women formed a breakaway group from another gossip board called Guru Gossiper. Unhappy with the way that website was being moderated or over-moderated, you know, go figure, it's kind of same and same, isn't it, really? They came together to assemble what was quickly to become the infamous Tattle Life. That's right. So now we have Tattle, and they've been in the news a lot, especially in the earlier days. There were accused instances of media attention. People don't like Tattle, and I get why. Influencers don't like being hated on. I get that, but I'm not here to defend any influencer because they choose to do what they do, and people, as long as the gossip forum stays as gossip on the forum, you know, let them go for their lives, you know, it's fine. But there's been loads of instances where influencers have, there was one that trolled themselves on Tattle. You know, it's insane, some of the things that have actually happened. But then there was a petition that was set up to close Tattle down, and that failed. It got in the papers as well and everything. But this goes beyond what they have ever done. This doesn't, I'm not talking, as I said, I'm not talking about the fact that they troll or they hate on influencers or how bad they are and everything like that. I'm talking explicitly about their hatred for children and their hatred towards certain children. Well, that's the only thing I'm talking about today, and that should be enough to make you think twice, to make you think, what the hell am I doing on this website? What the hell? Why am I listening to this group of women who hate kids so much that they actually Photoshop pictures of them? And, well, if you agree with that, oh my word. A couple of other things. Tattle are, well, they actually have this they have a disclaimer at the foot of their website, which made me chuckle a little bit. It said, don't believe everything you read in the media about Tattle. And then it said, click here to read the truth. So I did. Tattle Life is a commentary website on public business social media accounts. We allow commentary and critique of people that choose to monetize their personal life as a business and release it into the public domain. We have a zero tolerance policy to any content that is abusive, hateful, harmful, and a team of moderators online 24/7 to remove any content that breaks our strict rules, often within minutes. Well, how come I'm seeing ones from months ago that have never been removed? You do, however, remove bits that are like irrelevant to hate and stuff like that, right? If it's damaging the Tattle brand, you'll remove it. If it's damaging the kids, you won't remove it. None of this is ringing true, right? It then goes on to, it's a load of shit, sorry, I did read it all, and Tattle is regularly subjected to false smear campaigns with wild, unsubstantiated claims about posts that have never been posted here. Wow. Okay. Well, I must be the first person to have ever done a piece on Tattle with actually substantiated claims with actual evidence then, because according to you, none of the other outlets have ever posted anything with evidence to back up their claims. Yep, no, it's all a photoshopped pictures, just like the Jace one, right? I must be dreaming. My word, that's some claim, some claim. They end up here by saying the tattle in the press thread often debunks those one-sided, very biased and quite frankly fictitious articles that masquerade as journalism. Well, you're not going to like the piece that I've written then, are you? Because mine isn't fictitious. And it's based on facts, because if you have followed my channel for a long time and my website, I don't post falsities. If it's a theory, if it's like not fact, I'll say this is what I think, or this is what I've heard, or this is, you know, I will say it's not fact. If it's fact, it's, you know, I don't generally post something as fact when it's not fact, ever. I'm sorry. So the things that I have here are true, and they're pretty damning, to be honest. They don't show Tattle in a very good light whatsoever. In fact, they show Tattle up for the absolute hate campaign that they actually are. Hating children. And you've never had that levelled against you, have you, before? Before, it's always been Tattle and influencers, hating influencers and stuff like that. But no, now it's the kids. You've never had that issue before, but what are you going to do about it? I'd suggest you put some measures in place for this. So yeah, they do have a Tattle in the press thread, so have a quick look here, and it's just people giving their opinions about what's been put in the press, and people trying to shut them down in the past like that, and people not understanding why they can't have free speech and things. But you know, people can have free speech, just when you profess to be protecting children, and that's the reason why you're on this site, is because you don't like the kids being exploited, and then you go and actually hate on them. So yeah. Furthermore, what if I told you that you don't have any recourse to your private information on the website? It does say on the privacy page that you have the right to request your details that they hold on you, which is right, because every company in the UK, you have to provide personal details when requested. Now, the problem here is that they have no contact details listed on the site. They don't even have an email address listed. Were you aware of that? Do you know that you're handing your details over to an anonymous person, anonymous company that's not listed anywhere, and you don't know where your details are going at all whatsoever? They have a contact form. However, although it says we'll get back to you within like 48 hours or whatever, you know, I'm still waiting 2 years. I emailed them, I contacted them like 2 years ago, and still haven't had a response yet. So, you know, good luck with that. So, but yeah, you would, most times you at least would like there to be contact. Who do I contact if there's a problem? who is in charge of this site, but no, nobody. It's not even listed anywhere. So I would worry about where my my personal details were being held, to be honest. Anyway, that's for you to ponder. The most important thing, though, is the children that are being hated. And don't just think of this as they are just being spoken about and it's the parents' fault for putting them online. It's not the parents' fault that some idiot goes on to a gossip forum and calls them names, indescribable names. It's just ridiculous. And I actually do think that TATTLE should be shut down. So there you go. I've said it. You know, I am a believer in free speech, but at the end of the day, I think that there comes a time where you just have to say enough is enough, and away you go. I'm sorry if this has upset anybody, but you know, it is what it is, and I hope to see you again soon in another video. Please subscribe as well, because you know, given what I've just said, that I'm not going to hold back. If I believe that something is right, then I am going to say it, and I'm going to protect those that need protecting, and if nobody else does, then I will. So thank you all so much again for your support, and I will see you again shortly in another video. Take care and bye bye.